Hello everyone, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Another series begins, and this time I'm going for a challenge run that I've been thinking about doing for a while. We're going to be starting off in 1936, we're going to be selecting other countries. We're going to be playing as Poland. Small, precious little Poland, it always tends to get invaded. We're going to take it up a notch. An extra notch. Veteran Ironman difficulty, because Poland is hard enough to defend already. And let's make it absolutely torturous. Save and play. Poland YouTube. Time to absolutely regret everything and inflict some torture upon myself. This will be lovely. I don't know how long this series will go on. The main focus is to screw Germany out of Berlin and the rest of their land, pretty much. Now there's a very tight formula for success here. I feel we're going to try and select all our troops here. And the success here will depend on a varying amount of things here. First of all, we're going to need to hold the line against the Germans until we get the ability to really push back, which might take a while. There we go. We're going to have a special front here dedicated to closing East Preußen, or basically East Prussia there. Their little enclave. What we need as well, more than, well, anything else in my opinion, is a lot of Alpine troops. The reason for that is that Slovakia here will probably become a German puppet, depending on their choices in the fate of Czechoslovakia. Like, we know they're going to take the Sudetenland, which will give us Zaolzie over here, so a little bit extra to defend. And then my reckoning is that like Eastern Slovakia here will become a puppet, and if not, we'll always have a border with Hungary over here, Romania. But we also have Hungary to keep in mind, and a lot of the mountains here are the Carpathians, so we're gonna need a lot of mountaineer divisions over there. So without a doubt, we'll start training 11 divisions. It's gonna take an awful long time to get them, but I want them to be high priority. Now, research. We're going to be starting out with basic electromechanical engineering. We're going to start out with basic production cap. I'm half tempted to pass over construction and instantly start researching support weapons and whatnot, as we will be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, let's do it. Civilian factories. I'd like more. I really would. But I don't think we're in a great spot here. I think I'll switch over to free trade eventually, because Poland, we don't have a lot of resources. I'd rather get the extra bonus from putting out stuff, extra research speed, because we've already hamstrung ourselves quite badly there. National focus, we might as well. Research bonus for industry, construction, land, air bases. Polish shipbuilding, strengthening the Polish state, which will probably be helpful. This gives extra recruitable population. This gives land fort construction speed, coastal fort, anti-air, military factory. It's not bad. Or we could go for the route that adds civilian factories and whatnot. I think that's going to be what we start off with. Military factories, we don't have a lot of anything. That is a reality we have to live with. We'll add a line for towed artillery. We're not going to get any anti-air. Those fighters will be okay to have. We're not going to focus anything on our navy here, really. We'll get some convoys, but we're not going to be able to do a lot with them. Let's be real here. And that's okay. The most things we will need will be, honestly, just infantry equipment, and later on other things like basically towed anti-tank. We're going to be very reliant on our infantry here, more than anything else. So we'll get ourselves a lot of infantry equipment as well. We need aluminum from the... We'll take it from the Soviets. We'll try and get our convoys in such a way that they will not pass past Germany. Whenever possible. And it's not like the Soviets will ever backstab us, right? Right? We bloody well hope not. Anyway, that should be most of that. Anyone here on this side? No, not really. We'll take British Raj, why not? Right, that is pretty much that. It's going to be a very fast series, probably, because it's not going to take us a long time to get to the point where everything's going to go horribly wrong. We are pretty much reliant on the fact that the Soviets hopefully won't mind us too much. I will give you guys like extra combat and whatnot. Max planning, thorough planner, not bad. But yeah, we've got our main front with the Germans to be the defensive-minded guy, which is nice. We'll set our people to exercise because we need good soldiers, basically. It does have an attrition chance, which is a little sad, but that's the risk we take. People here will slowly get equipped, so they'll slowly need more manpower. And they can finally start training. I will make a separate front over there, I just don't have any units to... Well, I mean, I guess I do. There we go, that'll be your front, Mountaineers. You guys will assign to that defensive line. Right. That's good. So we have our manpower in here, they'll slowly fill up as we get our equipment and whatnot. We'll keep those fighters, I suppose. There's no real harm in having them. Right. Rhineland just remilitarized. Of course they do. That's what they always do. Let's get ourselves the new towns expansion. Get an extra civilian factory, which will help build land forts later on. Right now we only have 5. Research is about to come through. That'll be nice. I think we'll take you down to 100. There we go. And then we should have some planes in storage pretty soon. What's production like for planes? We get about 2 a month. That is really horrible. Then again, that is completely because of the lack of... What's the word? I mean, we don't have a lot of research. We don't have a lot of anything here. We are very in the negative here. I think I'll give you guys extra planning, in fact. Get the computing machine. We'll start drawing up battle plans for these guys. Your offensive line will basically link up over here. You guys will get an offensive line. It'll be that river. Not exactly sure how feasible it would be, but it is a nice goal to aspire towards. Still need about 27,000 of these weapons. Spanish Civil War has kicked off. Quite early, I must say. Ethiopia has been annexed. We have our new towns. I will go for the military factory. Just because it might give us a little bit extra. Who knows? You're all assigned to the Western Poland region. Just because I don't think we'll be doing much in Eastern Poland. We'll pretty much cede air control of Slovakia. I don't mind. We get support weapons and basic machine tools. You can't really do much here right now, so that's fine. We'll have to research radio and motorized, so we'll get motorized. I would like them to have signal companies to get a bit more initiative. And aside from artillery, we'll pretty much be doing a lot of artillery and anti-tank research. Because again, we're going to have to try and make our people as multi-purpose as possible. We do not have the resources to have a dedicated tank production line and really have any units out there. Sadly. We'll get our mountaineers exercising as well. Get some army experience so we can inflict some changes. We've got our Polish fleet here. We can't really do much with them. Like, I'd base them in Britain if I could, because that was what historically happened when the war kicked off. The Polish sent their destroyers and whatnot to Britain, and one of them, the blitzkrieg, actually helped defend a town with its artillery guns. No, not artillery guns, AA guns. Well, I mean, it's like the anti-aircraft artillery, but, you know. Enough muttering over the details. Are we getting one from trade? Really? Poland can enter trade! Haha! Fascinating. Start central plan, that's good. We could get another military factory there, another research slot, so we'll start going down the 4-year plan to get that. Seems like a good idea. Not that Poland will ever have enough stuff, really, but okay. Now, the reason I'm keeping all the cavalry for East Prussia here is quite simple. Our cavalry is a lot faster. Games of the 11th Olympiad. We have a spare military factory. We'll put it in weapons, just because we need more guns. Insufficient resources, so we need more steel from the Soviets. That is a damn shame. I think we are getting one factory from our steel export, yeah. Interesting. I think we'll go the historical route and just stick with the Allies, rather than try to gobble up anything over here. I mean, we could, but I think we're better off with the help from Britain and the Netherlands and everyone. They'll provide a second front to the Germans. So that'll hopefully be enough and allow us to push in. But we'll see how that goes. How are we doing over here, boys? We are getting equipment, that's good. Everyone has their support equipment, that is great to hear. We're still down a fair bit, but we might make it there at some point. We nearly have an extra civilian factory, which it's not going to do much, let's be fair. National Defense Fund adds another civilian factory, I like that. Let's see, we are getting more mountaineers at the moment, which is good. It'll allow us to really make a push through, perhaps into Hungary if they join the war. If they don't, we'll probably keep them on the border there. Romania should be defendable. Like our side over here has some mountains. Modify government, right. Can't really go for any of these at the moment, which is a shame. I'm tempted to go for free trade, just because of the extra factory output, research speed, and construction speed. You know what, let's do it. It's probably going to bite us in the ass, but we're Poland. I'm not expecting a whole lot out of this anyway. There we go, we'll import more from our direct neighbors. Interwar artillery. Start researching towed anti-tank. We want to get a production line for that going as soon as possible. Just start producing it in numbers. It's only 25,000 guns. We are producing 28 a day. That should take a long time to resolve. It's going to be 3 years until we're ready. Hopefully the extra factory output that we just got will help a little bit. We're now up to 2.78 fighters per month. It's still not great. But, you know, it's starting to mount up slowly. It should be a couple of extra fighters we have. Yeah, we're on low manpower, so we'll definitely have to go to extensive conscription at some point. We'll set you up to be 200 fighters. Try and see them fill that. National Defense Fund. Good. We'll refuse the anti-Comintern Pact. Because let's face it, the Soviets, we need them to like us right now. We really do. So, you know, just not pissing them off would be great. We know Germany's going to declare Danzig or war at some point. There we go, that's our motorized done. Research, that's still a year ahead of time. We will probably improve our mountain troops. Still waiting for the radio to happen, so We'll do that right now, get that base reinforced chance. Start working on concentrated industry right now. We need that. That's gonna be key if we want any guns whatsoever. Oh well, we'll be fine. It's just a lot of gearing up to do, and the AI doesn't... Oh crap, did I just... I wasted time of our national focus, that's bad. Get the Warsaw main railway station. I wasted quite a bit of time, oh no. That's gonna bite us, it really is. Oh well, we're starting to get some mountain troops. Most of them are veteran by now. I mean, as soon as we get more equipment, they'll need more training, I'm afraid, so... We'll have to keep them exercising for now, and it gets us more army experience, which allows us to modify them. So it's not all bad. Well, I think I'll turn you down to medium priority. We're gonna need to reinforce our units in the field as well. Meanwhile, gun production, it's still not great. But we can say it's getting a little better. We're losing more support equipment than we're gaining. So we'll turn you down by 1. Production cap efficiency is growing very slowly. Yeah, we're losing all our support equipment, look at that. There's just too many units exercising at the moment. So we'll try and do something about that by just increasing the productivity. Invest in the old Polish region. Why yes, of course we will. We'll get another factory designated to support equipment for now. Can't upgrade our artillery line yet, that's fine. We'll just keep building up a backlog of it. A backlog. Also start producing motorized at some point. I'm half tempted to tell them to stop producing the interwar fighter. There's our concentrated industry. Keep working on more. Oh, that's going to be so much better. Towed anti-tank is done. We cannot upgrade it yet, which is a shame. Field hospitals? Yes. We'll need to conserve our manpower. What little of it we have. Not enough equipment to train, that's a shame. I'll put you guys back up to high priority. Just so they can get their training done out of the way right away. We need them in the field ready to drill. And get more experience. You're building that, that's fine. I think we'll start building land forts. Somewhere. We might build a backup line near Poznan. We might be forced to pull back for a while. And fortifications will definitely help us hold out a little bit longer. Hindenburg incident. The Hindenburg did not go down. I mean, as lovers of peace, we are overjoyed by that news. The Germans, however, probably want us dead already at the sight of, like, yeah. They don't mind that the Hindenburg was alright. And we really don't. I could go for radio, but I don't really feel the need. You are still ahead of time. I think what we'll do is we'll crunch out improved machine tools. Extra construction would be nice, but we're barely building anything, so the buff would be small. I'll get additional research instead. That's going to be a lot better. We're giving away all our factories at the moment. That's not great. But again, we're getting that little bit further. Support equipment is being produced in vast numbers now, that's good. We should be able to get it at some point. Like, start building up a little stockpile. I think after this we'll start building some military factories. We'll try and build everything in the east, because the west might fall. We'll try to not let it fall, but you know, there's not a lot we can do about it. If it does. You're making a treaty with the USSR. I think the Anschluss will be next. Nationalist Spain. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Congratulations on not disappearing forever. I I still don't like this position we're in, but we should be able to get some more research soon, which will help. Leadership purges in the USSR. I just hope that the USSR won't declare on us too early. That'd be really bad. Modify our government again. Partial mobilization is just too good to not have. National focus. Either develop Silesia, get the cyclometer. While this is tempting to get that extra research slot, I think getting extra land forts. Yes, prepare for the next war. Research slot. I think land doctrine might not be a bad idea. We're gonna have to fight a lot of stuff. We'll just go with trench warfare. It's gonna give us extra entrenchment, extra defense and everything. And then we'll focus on assault, I think. Yeah, max planning plus 30%. Planning is gonna get us a lot more offensive boosts. If we do manage to push the Germans back, so that is not a bad idea at all. We'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, production of support equipment is still ramping up. It's 1.77 per day at the moment. That's not bad. Gun shortage is down to 21,000. It's getting better. We're nearly done training our mountain divisions, which is good. I think we'll add some infantry divisions to the front. Because we're going to need more units to hold off the Germans. I accept that already. You know, the more we have, the better. This does mean, though, that our shortage for weapons and whatnot has shot up dramatically again. I accept that. Conflict in China is worrying indeed. We'll put these guys on a low priority. We're going to focus on maintaining our forces in the field after this. Because we are going to need it. Concentrated industry number 2, alright. We'll start going for construction now because we do have to boost to it. Preparing for the next war is done. We'll get research bonus for infantry weapons. Then we're also going to be cheeky. We're going to spend that already. So as soon as we get that boost, it'll be for weapons 2. I'll try to get weapons 2 early so we can get that going. And have a bit more strength against the Germans. It would be nice. But I'm probably wishing upon a star here, I know. We're finally working on some military factories. So we'll get our production lines for anti-tank in there as well. We're never going to have a lot of it. But it is going to help against their panzer divisions. They do have a lot of them. Tactical air efforts. That's fine. Still not feeling very confident about this, but then again, Poland is precarious to play. It's a challenge. Definitely. One that I don't mind, though. Like, I've been thinking about doing this playthrough ever since, like, the first playthrough I did is the United Kingdom. I was about to say Great Britain. It's not Great Britain. Silly me. Ooh, we're now producing a fighter per week. Interesting. And we have one military factory dedicated to anti-tank. Italy announces claim on Yugoslavian territory. I mean, we're getting about 2 anti-tank guns per week. That's not bad. It could have been vastly worse. There we go. It's ramping up nicely. We might even be able to employ them at some point. I think I'll only assign them to our infantry divisions. Ah, we already have motorized. I wasted that. Yeah, we're going to go down to a land doctrine route here. Yeah, I think we'll only equip, like, regular infantry divisions with actual... Oh, support artillery as well. Engineer company, yes. Support anti-tank. And field hospital. There we go. That's gonna be hell on our supplies. I know. But we don't have a choice. Get construction 2, I suppose. Start working on more military factories. We need all that we can get right now. After that, I don't know. Land forts. Just get a row of like 1 levels. We're never going to get all of these, but that's fine. That might hold hold their attack a little while. Anschluss, yep. Austria's probably going to get eaten. I mean, they could resist. It is a possibility. I just don't think it's a very likely one. Sadly. Now we need about 2,600 support equipment, dear lord. At least our guns are getting built faster, I guess. Get some more of that, get more of you. Anschluss of Austria. We'll keep our artillery production a bit lower. Because we have more artillery than we have anti-tank guns. So we'll assign another factory to anti-tank and motorized before anything else. Which will help. They have 11 unlocked slots in Ostpreußen. Hopefully they actually do something with it. That's the defense of Poland done. Romanian bridgehead strategy. So that should allow us to get some faster land doctrines. I almost regret starting to go for the grand battle plan that early, but hey, we needed the buffs out of the way. 8 days until improved infantry equipment, then we should be able to start weapons too. I think it may be a year ahead of time. But the sooner we get them, like even if it's just a few, that will be massive. There we go. The other one will be, as soon as we get signal companies, we'll start working on defensive weapons too. Just to help with that flat defense buff. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining, like, as much as I normally am. I'm very focused on militarizing Poland at the moment. Which you can probably understand. This is a hard thing to try and do. We'll keep the fighters going. If we can get a little bit of air superiority, that would be nice. I think the Allies might actually come over and help us. With planes. Like, they want to send troops. They might send like 1 or 2 divisions, but we're never going to see a vast amount of them here. Which is a shame. It would be nice. It would be helpful. Signal Company 1, hello. Just what the doctor ordered. I'm tempted to get recon. Or entrenchment, but we really need support weapons too. We really do. Grand battle plan is done in 20 days. We'll continue down the land tech line. Or the land doctrine tree. There's some German movement on the front. Army innovations. Yeah, I don't like army innovations. Not one bit. Romanian bridgehead strategy, right. Krakow, 3 land forts. Get the hell fortified area peninsula. So that's probably going to be over here. With Danzig. Grand battle plan, right. That's going to give everyone 10% defense. And 10 organization. Just make it so we break less often. Which is nice. Yeah, it's all around Danzig. 4 land forts, naval forts. We can modify our government again. I'm tempted to get a chief of army that's like 10% extra defense. Ooh, that's even better. You provide 10% attack and 15% defense extra. Like, we could get a theorist. But this is just much better. Zygmunt Bohuzisko or whatever. Yes, all my yes. We might even be able to get another one. And like buff our infantry up even more. That's substantial. It really is. So where do we need our guns most? Division reinforcement, 16,000. So most of it is going to the units in the field. Okay. The guys in training are not that big of a drain yet. Which is fine. Motorized is slowly being filled. Artillery is slowly being filled. Towed anti-tank slowly being filled. We're not doing great. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel very confident about any of this. Especially how we're still massively under strength. We'll probably be ready for their inevitable attack when 1940 comes around, but we're gonna have a very hard time here. Especially once we switch to weapons too. I mean, we'll get better weapons to use, but we won't have a deficit, we won't have a stockpile of old weapons. We'll have a massive deficit when the war starts, probably. Which I'm not a fan of. This is why I'm trying to build up so much support equipment right now. To get that out of the way. We do have some buffs to our production there now, which is good. Construction 2, there we go. I'm tempted to go for concentrated industry already. Yeah, just do it. We need that buff to production. And we'll get the Silesia fortified area. That's going to fortify Krakow. Yeah, it's going to fortify over here. That's good. We need all we can get, honestly. Right. I think we're about ready to end the episode. We're getting close to the war, but not quite close enough yet. I don't think... We'll finish this one. There we go. We'll build one, and then we'll start digging in. Because we really need some forts here. I don't feel confident without them. So yeah, if you like the idea of this series and enjoyed this first episode of it, do let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below as well. It's a new Hearts of Iron series, so showing your support means that you'll probably see more Hearts of Iron on the channel as I continue to enjoy the game. And this is quite the challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. If you want to watch more Hearts of Iron, but you are not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider hitting that subscribe button to get notified when new episodes go live. I'd like to thank you all for watching. As always, until next time, have a good one, folks.